Hello, everyone. This is another market moment with Randy Williams, Korean. Hey, thanks for tuning in today. The market got what it wanted yesterday from the Fed, which is essentially the Fed coming out and saying that if the economy really starts to deteriorate, that they will quickly move to cut rates. So they call that the Fed put, and I think that was encouraging in one way that the Fed will step in if necessary. And the other thing is, I think interest rates are just too high. Mortgages are, as I talked about last week, mortgages are at 675, and the Fed had talked about, or Wall Street had talked about, expecting just one more rate cut in for the rest of the year, and now it's up to 3 3/4 rate cut, which would get us down to, potentially that 3 1/4, 3% level, which I think the market would really like. So how do you do this? How do you engineer a slowdown without putting the economy into a recession? And I'm not really sure exactly how you do that, but the news, of these companies reporting they're experiencing extreme slowdown in sales. At least one of the big retailers that reported tonight, and they have tariffs to deal with, and so their profitability is going to be challenged. So again, if we get enough of that, we won't just need the Fed put, we're going to need more than that. So it's really important to figure out the impact of this uncertainty of the tariffs and whatnot to the economy. And it's really hard to quantify. Nobody knows really. But people are getting scared, and so what do? They sell. And so we still have that pressure. I think we still have downside pressure in this market. And I think it's going to go on for a little while until we know some more clarity. And again, it's anybody's guess when that comes along with the current administration. So, would I sell here? No. What I'm trying to do here is I'm taking a look at portfolios, and I'm looking at stocks in those and make sure I really still like those. And the ones that I really like, I'm getting ready to add to those positions on further weakness. And that's the way you handle the downside in these markets. And eventually the market should turn around. So I know everybody's gonna anxious about what's happening in their portfolios, and I get that. I've been through this multiple times. Feels kind of hopeless in a way, but it does turn around. It does turn around. It does turn around, and stocks will respond as soon as more clarity. It just needs more clarity, whatever that is. If you could figure that out, you'd have everybody beat. So anyway, thanks for tuning in today, and we'll talk to you next week.